Okay, I will record this. Please enable sharing. So before we start revising, do you have any problems which you want me to help you to solve? So if you have any problem, any questions? Okay, okay, thank you. If you have any problem, any questions, so we can start with that. So do you have any problem which you need for which you need my help to solve it? Any problem you want? The feedback part? What feedback you are talking about? Op-amps? The op-amp feedback part? Let me start with a few problems. So let me start with a few problems. First with the delta star one. What this book says. Ganesh, please let me share the screen. Avalanche breakdown, but okay. I'll try to come back. Okay. Ganesh, please share. Let me share the screen. Then we can
Sir,
start.
I'm making the whole.
Do that. Okay. So the first problem is like this. This is my circuit, and you need to find this current to the 5 ohm resistor. Okay, so what is the best way to approach for this problem? What is the best approach for this problem? Node analysis, very good. It's one way. Any method, the start delta problem also. There was start delta and network theorem. So circuit anything. So start delta করা দরকার নেই. Any method you find. It is very simple. If it is question paper specifically mentioned that use this specific method, then you can solve. You have to solve in that specific method. If nothing is mentioned, it's up to you to choose whatever method you feel. Okay. Mesh analysis. Okay, another good option. So let us start the node 1 first. So let us take that. This is to be okay. Mesh, yes, yes, definitely, definitely. It's better to that is better to convert it to voltage. Okay. So we'll do both. Okay. Let us do node first, then we'll do mesh. So this is 0 volt or ground. This is my V1. This is my V2. This is V3. Okay. So we can apply KCL at node 1, and we assume that the currents which are moving towards the node, they are positive, and the currents which are moving away from the node are negative. So for node 1, okay. So for node 1, 10 minus V1 by 8 minus by 2, that would be 0, because this current is towards the node, this current is away from the node, and this current is also away from the node. Okay, I'm doing I1. I've done. See, it is going like this. See the figure. Direction is mentioned. So what you have written, Saiba, 10 plus V1 minus V2 by 8. 10 plus V1. Yes, actually right. It is right. So you can say in this also. 10 plus V1 minus V2, that is equal to V1 by 8. Yes, yes, yes. So we multiply the numerator by 8 and get 80 minus V1 minus 4V2 plus 4V1, that is 0, or 3V1 minus 4V2. plus 80, that is 0, or 4v2 minus 3v1, that is 80. Can we write this? Okay, can we write this? Now we do the same thing for v2. v1 minus v2 by 2 minus v2 by 5 minus v2 minus v3 by 6, that is 0. Did I make a mistake somewhere? v1 minus v2 is in this direction. Okay. So higher to lower. So this will be plus. Sure. And current is v1 minus v2. Sorry, this should be v1 minus v2 probably. So we have to redo the calculation. minus v1 minus 4v1 minus v2, that is 0. 5v1 minus 4v2, that is 0. This is the first equation. And for this one, v1 minus v2 by 2 minus v2 by 5 is going down, and minus v2 minus v3 by 6. So we can do some simplification. And what are we getting? Can you simplify it for me? Because my space is limited. Can you simplify it for me? Will it not be v2 minus v1? v3 minus 0 by 4? Which one? No, because we are not considering this node. We are considering this node. So when we consider this node, we will definitely take that. Okay. Node 2, it will be v2 minus v1 by 2. That depends on how you are taking. v2 minus v1 by 2, that would be going away from the node. Okay. v2 minus v1 by 2, that will be opposite to the direction of we have shown. It will be here. v2 minus v1 will be here. So if you can take it, you can take it, put a minus sign. So that will be same as what I have. Okay. So it's same. So it's simplified, you get the second equation. And the third equation, it will be the third equation, node 3, v2 minus v3 by 6, this is in this way, and minus v3 by 4 equal to 0. Okay. So we get three equations, v1, v2, v3, and once we solve for v2, I would be v2 by 5. Okay. There is actually a much easier way to solve this problem. What is that? So this is one way, definitely. If you do it in this way, If you do it correctly, you will get full marks. Can there be an easier method to solve this problem? Okay, could be try it at home, okay, and get the same answer. To do it correctly, get the same answer. There could be an easier way of solving this problem using Norton's theorem. So you can use Norton's theorem here. That would be very easy. What is Norton's theorem? We replace the entire circuit by this IN, parallel RN, and this RL, that is 5 ohms in our case. Okay. Now, what is IN? IN is the short circuit current through this place. IN is simply the short circuit current. This is shorted. This is my IN. This is 6 ohm. This is 4 ohms. This is my I1. So what will be I1? What will be I1? This is 10 amps, of course. What will be I1? What will be I1 for the red circuit? For the red circuit, this circuit, what will be I1 for this circuit? I1, anybody? What will be I1? Come on, give me an answer. I'm waiting. In this circuit, what will be I1? 10 by 4, no. Think carefully. What is I1? I1 is a current flowing through the series combination of the 6 ohm and 4 ohm resistance. So what will be the value? No. See that it is short circuited by this connection. So what will be I1? It is shorted. So what will be I1? How will the current flow? Will it flow through the short circuit or will it flow through the resistance? What will the current prefer? What will the current prefer? Short circuit, obviously. So this I1 would be 0. It is shorted. So we can totally ignore this part of the circuit. We can totally ignore this part of the circuit. Right? So what will be IN? We can simply apply the current division rule that says that IN would be 10 times 8 by 8 plus 2. So that is 8 amps. So this current will be 8 amps. This current will be 2 amps. So IN is 8 amps. Okay. Right. Now let us find RL. Let us find RL. How to find RL? We open circuit the current source. Eight ohms, 2 ohms. I am jumping one step and writing this 10 ohms, right? So these two, 2 and 8, they are in series. So their combination will be 10 ohms. So this RN is basically their parallel combination of two 10 ohm resistances. So that will be 5 ohms. So Rn is 5 ohms. So clearly, this current would be what? Half of this. The resistors are same. So the current will be divided in half. So this will be 4 amps. Right? So see that this problem can be was very easily solved by Norton's theorem without any issue. Right? So the answer would be 4 amps. So any problem, is there any problem which you want me to solve? Like I'm not guaranteed able to solve it or not, but at least I can show you the way. Because the major reason is that my space here is very limited. And if I try to write too small, then it will be difficult for me. Also, it will be difficult for you to solve. So, do you have a problem? You can share it in WhatsApp. Any book from which you can have a problem. You can just take a photo of the problem and you can share it with WhatsApp. Anything else? Okay. Orkodeep, you wanted to know avalanche breakdown, right? So, just telling in very short. What is avalanche breakdown? Please share. See, we are considering a PN junction where the reverse bias voltage is very high. Okay. Now, what does the reverse bias mean? The reverse bias means that the P terminal is connected to the negative side and the N terminal is connected to the positive side. Okay. Now, in the P side, there are mostly holes and a few electrons. And in the N side, there are mostly electrons and a few holes. Now, these holes are attracted by this negative terminal and pushed away from the junction. The electrons from the inside, they are attracted by the positive terminal and they are also pushed away from the junction. So we expect a very large amount of depletion here. This much is okay. So there would be a wide depletion layer, right? Now, along with in the p side, of course, the number of holes are much larger than free electrons, but a few free electrons do exist due to thermal generation of electron hole pairs. Similarly, in the n side, the number of electrons are much larger, but a few holes exist due to the thermal generation. So what happens to them? Now, an electron in the p side, it sees that a very large minus voltage is connected. So it will be repelled by the negative terminal from here to here. Similarly, in a very large velocity. Similarly, a hole, it will see a large plus voltage, so it will be repelled from here to here with a large velocity. Okay. So a few electrons, they are moving from P to N with a large velocity, and a few holes, they are moving from N to P with a large velocity. Okay. So large velocity means that very large kinetic energy, because kinetic energy is half mv square, right? So FET chapter, yes, why not? Please do one thing. Okay. You decide amongst yourself that what you want to repeat. We repeat it, and I will decide that. Okay. So you decide on yourself and tell me in the WhatsApp group. So we have electrons and holes which are moving, a few electrons and holes which are moving in very large velocity. Now there are atoms, okay, fixed atoms in the crystal, and it is possible that these free electrons and holes, they can collide with these atoms and can impart some of its kinetic energy to these atoms, right? So this kinetic energy, that will make fixed electrons to break up from the atoms and generate more electron hole pairs, right? So in p side, there will be more electrons, and there inside there will be more holes. So they will face the same fate. They will see that the strong light charge, light voltage, so they will repel, and they will again collide with more atoms to generate more electron hole pairs. So in a very short time, there will be a large amount of electrons and holes which can conduct electrons. And so due to that, there will be a large amount of electricity flowing, and this breakdown is called the avalanche breakdown. Okay. Any question? পৌলমি, সো ইউ ডিসাইড, তুমি কথা বলে নাও কোনটা তুমি রিপিট করতে চাও। ওকে, তোমরা যেটা বলবে আমি সেটাই রিপিট করবো। ফেট বলতে করতে চাও, আমার ফেট করতে কোনো অসুবিধা নেই। Any doubts, anything else? Kindly check if you shared in the group. Okay. Find I1, I2, I3. Okay. I cannot solve the total problem because of space constant, but at least I will try to give you some hints. Oh, sorry. So probably there are three resistors, right, in the circuit. One 12 ohms, one 8 ohms, and the other one is, so there is a current source as well. Okay. Okay. This is 4 amps. Okay. This is 16 ohms. So I2 is, so is I2 resistance? Am I drawing the circuit correctly? So please check whether I am drawing the circuit correctly or not. There is no resistance. This is I1. Okay. This is I2. Okay. Purnomi, have you drawn the circuit correctly? Because I feel that there is something wrong here. I3. Because you see the current, is the circuit drawn correctly? Purnomi, just check. This is I3. Find I1, I2, I3 probably. Is the circuit drawn? I think this. But is the circuit drawn correctly? Okay, Ishika. Fine, fine, fine. Sorry. Just 1 second. Okay. Is it this problem? Okay, probably I guess I understand now. Let me draw it again. This problem I had done in class. This is my I. This is I1. Oh, this is my I1. This is I1. Not this one. Is this the problem you are referring to, Ishika? Hmm? Okay. So how to approach this problem? Find I1, I2, and I3. Okay. This one I think I discussed in class, but open. Right. See where the branching is taking place. So I see that branching is taking place in the 3 points A, B, and C. We have to use KCL, not KVL. So from branch A, can we write I1 equal to I2 plus VA minus VC by 8? Okay. From branch B, we can write I2 that is equal to I3 plus 9 plus 4. So I2 equal to I3 plus 13. What else? And from branch C, if this is I1, this is also I1. So VA minus VC by 8 plus 9, that is I1. This is from A, this is from B, this is from C. So if we take this to be one variable, we need another equation. From where to get another equation? We can use KVL. We can use KVL from this loop. It is not very wise to use KVL with loops containing current sources because you have to don't know what the voltage drop is. So can we write this way? Plus minus, and this is the voltage drop between this VC minus 12 times I1, that is V, Okay. So from this we can say Vc minus Va, that is 12I1, or Vc minus Va by 8, that is 12I1 by 8. So we now have three equations, three unknowns, we can solve it. Okay. Okay. So we have three equations, three unknowns, we can solve it. You can try at home. I think I also have done this in the class. Right? Anything else? Check for plus minus. Some I can make some error with plus and minus. So check for that. Okay. Anything else? Okay. So 1 minute is remaining. So I think it's better to close the class for today. Do you want Friday's class? Up to you. Do you want Friday's class? Since it is revision, it is up to you. Tell me. Yes. Okay. Good. So Friday we are meeting at 7 p.m. and by tomorrow, please discuss what topics you want me to revise. Okay, so that I can start revision this problem. Meanwhile, just see questions, old like basic electrical engineering questions. You will just Google will find many questions throughout many universities in the country. If you have any doubts, we can discuss those questions, these problems. Okay. So no দিব্যজ্যোতি এখন না কালকে এই শুক্রবার এখন বলছি so good night and see you all on Friday. Okay, thank you very much.